Welcome back to Edgework, part of the Hammer Betting Network, presented by FanDuel. I'm Zack Phillips, joined here. Another four-man panel. Second time this week that we've got to do this here. Myself, Alex Moretto, Matt Alber, so money help. All right, not this week, in the last 2 weeks. Second time that we've done the four-man panel, breaking down all the games for tonight, answering your questions in the chat. As well, if you noticed off the rip of the show there was probably a moment where it was just all of us just looking at the screen. Something weird's going on with StreamYard, guys. The intro just doesn't play right away right now, so it just goes live, and then it's just the four of us sitting here looking around, and then the intro comes in a couple seconds later. So that's good raw behind-the-scenes stuff to open things up.
I'm glad you've warned us about it now.
Yeah, well, usually it's like a half second and I don't have to worry too much. It's not like anything to be concerned about. Today, I'm pretty sure was legit like three seconds of just nothing happening. So, yeah, sorry about that. But, I mean, we've got a big slate of games here today. Plenty to get into for all four of us on here. I don't want to waste any time. So we'll get into it. We'll give out our best bets and answer questions as well. Taking a look at Alber's new setup at some point here during the show. But before we get into any of that, I want to remind everybody the NHL is back and FanDuel is bringing you more action than ever because everyone knows hockey just hits different. Load up a power play with the hottest same-game parlays found on the Parlay Hub. Lace them up and follow your bets of player prop tracking or bet on the fly with the Pulse. The hunt for the cup starts here. Get more from the NHL with FanDuel, North America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, new customers can kick off the season with $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Just place any $5 bet and you'll get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Disclaimer, please play responsibly. You must be 19 plus and physically located in Ontario. Gambling problem, call 1-866-531-2600. That's 1-866-531-2600 or visit connectsontario.ca. All right, quickly, before we get into today's games, Moretto, yesterday it was just the two of us. We had 3 games on the schedule. We gave out 5 best bets. If you go and look at our bet stamp account, I mean, we bet the Oilers money line -115 on the show. As of where we bet that one, it closed at -160. We bet the total over 6.5 plus 102. It closed at -130 on FanDuel. Chicago money line plus 105 closed -110. Those are the 3 bets that lost yesterday. The 2 that won, Caps moneyline -118, closed at -103. 1, the Hawks Red Wings under 6.5, -118, small, but closed -114. 1, what the hell happened yesterday? 2 and 3.
I don't know. Just trust the process. We obviously got really lucky with that McDavid confirmation news that he was going to play. That worked out in our favor. I remember I messaged you right after. I was like, yeah, we should have gone full unit on both of those because these numbers are going to explode. And they did, and the Oilers didn't. And that's basically what happened. Again, I talked about that yesterday, how like there's something about when Vegas and the Oilers play. Vegas seems to just match up well with them. And I don't know, I thought the Oilers did deserve maybe a little bit better last night, but it is what it is. I mean, I'd make those bets 10 out of 10 times, so I don't regret anything, at least. And at the end of the day, we came out down yesterday, down because of the 5 bets, but because of the 2 of them being half units. 0.07 units. So I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. So that's fine. It is what it is. We had fun. We had free fun.
Yeah, we had free fun. It's basically like nothing happened yesterday. We got to watch these lines move in our favor and then just lose on the 3 that did significant moves in our direction. But is what it is. It happens. If you are watching, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe here to the channel, Edgework HQ. If you haven't already, Moretto, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask these guys too. What was with that Preds money yesterday? The late Preds money, was it like maybe a reaction to Saros being confirmed shortly before the game, and then people jumped on it thinking, because they were on a back-to-back, maybe it wasn't going to be Saros last night, and people were waiting. Like, I just can't see how the dysfunction that's gone on with Nashville so far this year and how well the Caps have played. I was really surprised to see that late money come in. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts or anything to add on that, or like you can explain that to me, but I couldn't quite pinpoint exactly what was going on there.
I was on the Caps. I wasn't at a screen to really tell if it was moving right on the Saros news. I think it was after. I don't think it was like right on it, but I was on the Caps, so I didn't agree with it either.
Yeah, I think that I haven't looked at my charting yet, but Washington usually takes money late, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
But they,
I'd have
but
to
it went
look
the other
into
way.
it.
It went against them this time.
No. Sorry, Washington gets faded late.
Right? They get faded late.
Yeah, so like I will check my chart on that, but no, I didn't know why either.
Yeah, I was like, because I was expecting Saros, so when I saw the Saros confirmation, it made sense, and then like it seemed like 5, 10, 15 minutes later, even it just started to go nuts towards Nashville, and I was all right. Well, thankfully that late money hasn't exactly won all that much this year.
Last thing quickly before games, Alber, it would be a disservice if I didn't mention it. A lot of people in the chat bringing this up. Are you staring at the eclipse right now? Like, what's going on?
No, luckily it's way up there, and I'm kind of looking down a little bit. Not struggling. I'm definitely not struggling as much as it looks like.
That's awesome.
Definitely not struggling as much as it seems. Yeah, it's bright. You get to see my bright shining face this morning. Like my skin's glowing. I know I saw a couple people in there talk about election stuff. Like I'm actually just outside of DC right now. You can make storming the Capitol jokes at your own peril. But yeah, no, it's a good thing the ice has been good this week because politics definitely did not go well the other night. Let's put it that way.
And now he's living in a motel.
Yeah.
Now I can only afford these motels in Virginia.
We'll get you some of those Eclipse sunglasses, and maybe you can wear them for the next show. Hopefully, they'll be there in time.
I gotta get those Coach Prime sunglasses from Knish.
Yeah, that's what you need. Yeah, of course. Too. We tweet out the clip of Moretto giving out the Blackhawks yesterday, and Knish gets all over that one. So,
I mean,
not enough that he had to DM me the box score too, as if I didn't know. He also had to then post it on Twitter. Just really had to cover all his bases there.
I am very certain every single time the Wings win a game this entire year, either Moretto, myself, or both of us are either just going to get a text that just says Wings in all caps, or we're going to get box scores, we're going to get screenshots, we're going to get something, because it's every single time they win at this point.
That was an ass kicking though. They deserved that game big time. They kind of ran the Hawks out of their building last night.
Yeah, it's tough, Jordan. Tough to see to your Hawks. Let's get to the games here today, and let's start with the Utah Hockey Club and the St. Louis Blues. We're going to jump around a little bit here, and we're going to first go to this one where we're seeing Utah currently sitting -110, St. Louis -110 on FanDuel, total of 5.5, -130 to the over, plus 106 to the under on that 5.5 on FanDuel right now. So, Money, what do you have for us in this one?
I've got the under. What can we get on the 6?
Let me just check around and make sure we can get a 6 -125 seems like the most commonly available number right now.
6 -120?
125.
All right, hit me small. So we'll go half unit on it. It's only price based. I want a better number on the 6. I did play the 6. No surprise. St. Louis unders right now. Been going pretty well. The only concern here, there's a possibility of Hofer starting. Binnington has started a bunch of games here. This would be a nice spot to get Hofer in there. So we could see that, and if that does happen, then the number should get a little bit better for us. The way that I was viewing this game, regardless if it's Binnington, Hofer, or Curtis Joseph, doesn't really matter to me. Blues are all unders right now. They have trouble generating. For the most part, they are doing much better defensively as well. For Utah, after starting hot in the season, their offensive numbers are starting to come down a bit, and they're starting to put more of an emphasis on defense as well. So this is one of those games where we're not we're not going to see a 6 a couple of weeks from now with these teams if they were to play in a couple of weeks. So this is a situation where there's an edge here. There's an edge on the under 6.
All right, there you go. There's the first one. We'll go half unit on -125 for that. There's so money. There are like a little bit better, but it's just not commonly available enough to track here on the show, I don't think, at this point, for what we're seeing on BetStamp. But Alber, you also have something in this game.
Yeah, I'm also on that under. I pretty much echo everything he said there about you can probably find a little bit better of a price. Ideally would like that as well. Blues unders, but also Utah's kind of playing as a pretty dead under team at the moment. I agree. I think this probably should be closer to like a 5.5 than a 6. So yeah, especially if you can find a 6 like -115 or so out there, like I'd really like that.
You cannot.
Okay,
No.
Yeah,
at this point,
they're gone. They were there this morning, but they're gone now. They're long gone.
I mean, 125 to me is very marginal, but I still lean that way for sure.
Moretto, you got anything for us?
I'm just really happy that everyone's hopped on my Blues under trains because I don't actually have the under in this game at these prices. So you can leave me off that one. I do fully agree with the money it took this morning, and I do fully agree with the side there. I do have something else in this game, though. I have a bet on Utah. And, I mean, I've talked about it a bunch. I think this Blues team sucks. No secret how I feel about them. And I think Utah's been very competitive despite the tough schedule. Like, granted, the Blues have had a bit of a tougher schedule too, but I think we know a lot more about what this Blues team is. It's kind of a veteran team. We know what the ceiling is there. We know what the floor is. Utah definitely has the more variance, wider range of outcomes as a team, but I think that ceiling is a lot higher. And the breakout's coming because, like, they've been competitive against very good teams, and this is a big step down in class here. And granted, it's a step down in class for the Blues considering who they played lately too, but I'm just higher on this Utah team than I am on the Blues. Defensively, they've been really solid. Offense is on the verge of breaking out. It's coming. I do think it's coming. Yes, we can get Hofer here potentially as well. Biggest issue right now that Utah has is goaltending. And, you know, the Blues just aren't the team to take advantage. So I think this is a great bounce back spot for Ingram. And yeah, give me Utah -105 if we can.
Yep, I got -105 there. There's a bunch of shops with that -105. There's a couple with like slightly, and there goes Moretto, slightly better. So we add those in, or we check those out. But make sure we add that one to the BetStamp account, Edgework HQ, as you try to get Moretto back in here. I don't know what the heck just happened. Let's go back to 7 o'clock games. We'll move back there. Obviously, we could potentially jump around here as more information comes in. Maybe some stuff starts moving, but let's go back to Buffalo, New York. The Rangers hosting this one here tonight, -200. The Sabres +164. Total of 6.5, +106 over, -130 under. Alber, what are you thinking about this Rangers team here tonight and how they match up against the Sabres?
Yeah, so I do like the over here. The one thing I will say is I do think we are on potential Jonathan Quick watch tonight, unless I missed news in the last few minutes here. I'm still on this Rangers. Hi, Moretto. I'm still on this Rangers over train kind of coming through here. I know someone else really likes it, so I'll definitely let them go a bit more in depth. But I think the Sabres are kind of a team that the Rangers know that they can afford to trade chances with, and that they're probably going to be on the plus side of that. So this is definitely a game I kind of see being a bit higher event here.
Okay. So you're looking at the over in this one. Moretto, is that you who's also got something in this game?
Yeah, I bet. What are we looking at price wise? Yeah, there's -115s, -116 sixes. That's good. I like this over 6 in this game. Sorry about frazzled there trying to get back into the stream here. The Rangers are just kind of actually a mess defensively right now. Like, systemically, they're a little bit all over the place. They haven't been playing great hockey. They're giving up a ton of quality. And obviously, when you have the goaltending that they have, you're able to sort of mask that a little bit. But like, the Sabres are in a similar boat. The defense kind of drops off a cliff when they play against good teams. Rangers were going scorched earth on offense for the first couple of weeks and dropped off a bit the last few games, albeit not in terms of goals, but in terms of chance creation. They've still been scoring. But again, those are against good defensive teams. I think this is an easier matchup for the offense to kind of get back on track. Won't need a high volume of chances to score goals here either. So yeah, I don't know if we're going to get Quick or not.
It's Igor.
It's confirmed. Okay.
Yeah.
I figured it was Igor, but I thought there was a chance. So anyways, but yeah, I'm still good with this over here.
So what number specifically are we looking for here?
6 minus 115 if we can. Are they still there?
Yeah.
Can we just wait a couple of minutes because that number might come down a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll wait. So Money, while we wait, do you have any input on this game as well? It's a good heads up
no,
as well.
Nothing for me. I think it's fair. I just if we're gonna lock in the over, let's just wait a couple of minutes.
Okay. How about this? You guys just let me know, and I'll come back and lock this in once it starts moving. Because as of right now, I have not put that in, and I will not be checking it actively as we're going about this. So you guys let me know. Next game up here, Habs Devils. The Canadians plus 260, Devils minus 330, total of 6.5, minus 114 over, minus 106. The under on FanDuel right now. Moretto, I'll let you take the lead here tonight on your Habs.
I don't want to. I don't want to talk about this team. I don't want to talk about this game. It's frustrating right now, guys. It's really frustrating right now being a Habs fan. David Savard is a boat anchor back there. He looks like he aged 30 years this offseason. Mike Matheson, who had like a breakout fantastic season last year, has also fallen off a cliff. It's really bad. All the burden is falling on these young guys who are good, but like not ready for the workload that they're getting right now at this like young age. It's gonna get a little bit worse before it gets better. There are much better days in Montreal ahead. I do firmly believe that still. Got the demigod coming over soon. And they got a lot of good young pieces, but right now it's they're kind of in that awkward phase where they need to phase out some guys. This is a game that terrifies me to watch as a fan. I think this could get very ugly if Montreal isn't careful, and even if they are careful, it could get very ugly. So, yeah, I'm not looking forward to this. Let's put it that way.
Alber, I saw you making some faces when he said the demigod there.
Yeah, I like him trying to spin the fact that the Canadians are garbage right now until, well, at least it'll be good at some point. I think when I was looking at this early last night, I think I said something to Moretto along the lines of like, I kind of want to lay the Devils puck line here. And then I think his response was Devils minus 3.5. What can we get on that at this point, Zach? Can we get like minus 115s? Something
on the 3.5?
No, on the 1.5.
What, dude? What? I thought you were saying the same thing too.
No,
I'm like,
God.
what? It's minus 132 on FanDuel right now. Let me give you a quick look.
I think you can get like a
minus 120.
Let's do a half unit on that.
Devils minus 1.5, minus 120.
Yeah, I do echo a lot of what Moretto is saying. Like, I think this game does have the potential to get.
I've never felt better about the Habs than I do. They're betting the Devils minus 1.5 for the record.
Canadians are going to win like 6-1. This is going to be great. Good news is I won't have to come back on the show tomorrow. So yeah, I do think that this game does have the potential to get kind of ugly here. I also lean to the over, which certainly kind of lends itself to being a bit more high variance. I just think that minus 130 number is a little bit better than minus 115. So minus 115, minus 120, I think is solid. But I would not play it at minus 130. No.
Okay. We had that one in at minus 120, half unit, minus 1.5 on the Devils there. So Money, any thoughts on this game before we move off?
Montreal's behaving like a young team trying to find their identity right now. This is not the results are not surprising. They had some nice results early, but I don't think they know who they are right now, and I think that they're trying to find out what kind of style they want to play. Alex mentioned the roster composition. I mean, that's the perils of a young team. So it's not a team that I want to bet on or against right now because betting on them, there's going to be value. Obviously, betting against them, you're just not really going to know what you're getting. So there's a high range of possibilities with them, a wide range of possibilities. So yeah, it's not a team that I'm interested in their games right now.
Okay. There you go. So the only bet that we're gonna lock. Go ahead, so Money.
No, just gonna say one more thing. We've hit the bottom now on the Rangers total.
Okay, let me go track that for us then. So as of right now, we are looking at 6 minus 114.
Minus 115, which is not far off. But yeah.
Good. All right, there we go. Well, let's add that. There you go. That's 4 best bets here so far on the morning. So we will keep moving. Next game up here on the schedule we'll take a look at is the Predators and the Panthers. Nashville plus 162, Panthers minus 196, total of 6.5 plus 108, minus 132 to the under. So money. I don't know. Did you hear the Barry Trotz comments that he made when he went on a radio station in Nashville the other day saying, if this doesn't get sorted out soon, it's going to go into the rebuild. That will have to start quickly. Are they going to be able to turn it around starting here tonight against Florida?
I heard those comments and I thought it was pretty cute, right? You like.
It's obviously not true.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a nice thing to say, but I mean, in reality, like, whatever, right? It's just you just have a guy like just like talking like that, right? So I mean, for the team, in terms of the pricing, I do think that we've hit the bottom here on Nashville. Florida, not necessarily a team that I want to bet against, but I'm going to. So we're gonna do half unit on the Preds, and that's just price. There's nothing for me to say about this game. We know who Florida is. If they feel like they want to bring their A game, then they're going to win this game 4-1 if they feel like it. But I do think that we have hit the bottom here on Nashville, and that's a situation where I would like to bet them. I don't think they're as bad as they've performed. Going into the season, I was low on them, but I mean I don't think they're this bad. So in the mid 170s we can get, right, or low 170s.
Yeah, I can see as of right now we're looking at like a 170. It seems to be the most widely available. Like the mid 170 is the peak of it right now.
Okay, let's do 170 and we'll do half a unit. It's just price dependent. There's no X's and O's here.
Okay.
We know what both teams are. I just don't think Nashville is as bad as they've been playing.
Okay. Alber, go to you. Also, are you good squinting like that the whole show?
You know what? Hold on. Come back to me in a second.
All right, Moretto, you got anything in this one?
No, I don't. I don't have anything here. Honestly, I think that this is a game where the Preds, like, they tried to open things up a little bit last night. Like, you can tell they're really trying to get something going. And they tried to just open things up a little bit and play a different sort of style. And they were able to generate some more offense, and like maybe they deserved another goal or so, but they also got wrecked defensively. So it's tough. Like, that's the kind of trade-off right now. It seems like they're struggling a little bit to figure out what's going on. I mean, you're going to expect another response from them here, and maybe you do get a Florida team that's sleeping. So I definitely not looking to lay it with Florida at this number. But I'm not. I got nothing on the game overall.
Okay.
Alberta also doesn't understand how a hat works or what it's just purely a style choice that he's wearing that hat right now. Purely fashion.
100%.
Okay, Alber, you want to close this one out? Anything for you? Nashville, Florida?
Yeah. So I agree with so many's point 100% that I think the Preds have kind of hit the bottom of the market. I am not there on the game tonight, but I definitely agree that they're a team I'm kind of going to be looking to get on if this is how they're going to be getting priced. They're also finishing a really tough stretch of scheduling right here. Like the last games, like Washington's been good, like LA, Colorado, Edmonton, Tampa. So it's like, I think it's not very surprising to see them struggle against those kind of teams. So I do think it's going to turn around here, and it's certainly kind of a play on team for me going forward. That said, tonight, I don't think is really the spot I'm looking to get involved in. No.
Okay. There you go. Let's keep going here then. Moretto's favorite team, the Pittsburgh Penguins, against the Carolina Hurricanes here tonight. Pittsburgh plus 210. The Hurricanes minus 260. Total of 6.5. Minus 105 over. Minus 115 under. So money, I was going to go to you. I feel like something just came across your screen, so I'll let you be for a second here. Moretto, do you have anything in this Pittsburgh Carolina
I want to know
game?
what came across the screen right now.
I know. I just hear, oh, wow. Moretto, I'll go to you on this one.
So I was looking at playing an over here if we were going to get the Spencer Martin start, but we are not. We are getting Kochetkov. And I just don't want to bet an over with him in net. Just because we had an example of this game a couple weeks ago, and Canes took complete control of that game, coasted to a 4-1 win. I think they could get to like silly levels of chance creation here if they wanted to against this, Pens team that is basically a mess defensively when they play a real hockey team. But like if Pittsburgh can't keep pace, and I don't know how they will, that's why I was kind of hoping we got Spencer Martin, because then maybe they can get a few goals and force the Canes to keep pressing. But in this case with Kochetkov, like Carolina can just somewhat name their score and kind of pack it in when they want to here. And I think that's sort of the dilemma with these Canes games. So without the goaltending change, I think I'm just going to sort of stay away here. And I'm not looking to get in front of this Carolina wagon right now. I think they're playing like they are the best team in the NHL at the moment. And Pittsburgh, every time they step up in class, the underlying numbers aren't exactly pretty. So unless you can count on them for some offense here, which I don't necessarily think you can in this case, can't get behind it over.
Okay. No problem there. Alber, anything in this one for yourself?
No, I agree. I was very close to playing the over. To be honest, I still might, but yeah, I also was kind of expecting maybe a Spencer Martin start here. Penguins are still, for me, kind of over or nothing, especially kind of against a Carolina team that should more or less be able to name their score. But at the same time, like if the Canes shut it down, I don't know if the Penguins can create enough offense on their own. I may still play the over here, but as of right now, nothing for me.
Okay. And to you here, some money. And he's frozen. Oh, there he's back.
Oh, he's back.
So
it was a very quick freeze.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
All good. Anything for you, so money, in this game?
We're in the Carolina game, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. No, nothing for me. I think that we know who Carolina is, and we've talked about them the last couple of shows here, where they're basically going to name their score against most teams right now. Pittsburgh's a very slow team. The only team that makes Pittsburgh look even decent in terms of speed is when they play the Islanders. Other than that, they're just an obscenely slow team. And if Carolina wants to run them out of the building, they're absolutely going to. So nothing for me. Kind of like the over, but I mean it's already been priced properly in my opinion. Yeah. So I will be sitting this one out.
Okay, no problem. So pass on that one, on this game here. Keep going through the games. We've got a bunch left to get to, so we'll go Calgary, Boston here. Calgary right now plus 158, Bruins minus 192, total of 5.5, minus 134 to the over, plus 110 to the under. So money, I will let you take the lead on this one here. Flames, Bruins, any bets?
Sorry, can we actually go to the Canucks game?
You know what? Yes, we can. Let's go to the Canucks game. And
right,
I clicked on the wrong screen. Great. Canucks and Kings. Canucks minus 111, Kings minus 108, total of 5.5 on FanDuel. What do you got, somebody?
Here.
Sorry, 1 second.
It's a little peek.
Yeah, sorry. It's when we're live and things are happening. I bet the under. We can go ahead and lock in the under.
I bet the under here as well.
Perfect. Yeah. So I mean it's pretty. Thoughts should be pretty straightforward here. Vancouver Canucks are a team that does want to play defensively. They're after that 6-0 loss to the Devils. I wanted to see how they respond. We have seen this team under Tocchet in this era. When they do play poorly defensively, they do tend to respond. And they have the last two games, granted, against San Jose and Anaheim. You have to take that into account, but San Jose is a team that's playing well. Anaheim could have been a game that that they struggle with. But like I was saying last show, I wanted to see how this team comes out in that game. It was a business trip. They got back to it defensively. I expect that to continue. Los Angeles, the Kings have found their game right now. They're playing the way that we would have expected them to play. We should see Kemper back in net. He's had a couple of hiccups, but for the most part, he's been okay. And so under 6, both these teams tend to play tighter when they play each other. Under 6 has value. In a month from now, this game would not be lined at 6 in this situation. So let's get after that one.
We'll grab that under 6 minus 110. Moretto, I'll go to you here next. You're interested in that under as well.
Yeah. He said it perfectly. That was a game where I wasn't sure I was going to be involved in for sure. I actually just recently bet it because it while we were on the show, because it got into a range where I was like, okay, this is good now. Like I didn't want to play some of those like heavily juiced 6s or the 5.5s. Just given the goalie matchup, that's the one thing that makes me a little bit concerned here. But yeah, both these teams would love to play a 2-1 game, and that's how they want to play it, and that's how they'll approach this. So unless something goes off the rails early, we're very much going to see a defense first approach for both teams, and that will lend itself to an under here. And I'm wearing my FP shirt, so a little shout out to Judah, maybe some alt unders here. Alt unders would be no, I'm not going to do that, but yeah, definitely an under at these 6s right now.
Alber, what are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, so I certainly lean to the under on the total. As far as the side, I'm on the Kings here. I think anything at plus money is definitely good if you can get that still. I just think at this point, we've seen the Kings, every time they've stepped up in class, they've played pretty well. So like I do think this is a really good team here. I think at home, like I don't think we should be getting plus money on LA at this point. So yeah, if I don't know what you can get us, Zach, but anything around plus 100, I think the Kings are better is good here.
I think
minus 100.
I was going to say even money is
even money,
pretty
minus 100, plus 100.
I think it's pretty fair to track. I think it's pretty fair to track. So we'll add that. So we'll go Kings money line here, courtesy of Alber. We added the under 6 minus 110, and we've got 2 bets in this game. Fuck it. I'll throw in a third. We've talked about the BetStamp Pro tool a bunch on here, and Moretto and I have kind of pulled some goal scores and stuff from it in the past. This is not origination, nothing. This is purely top down, but it's widely available at this number that the BetStamp Pro tool is showing an edge on right now. It is going to be Brock Besser under 0.5 points plus 135 in this game. This is it's literally, I'm just saying this is pulling and showing an edge as per the Pro tool right now. You can get my plus 135s, plus 130, plus 140. It's even good at the plus 125s that are out there. There's some other shops that obviously smaller plays on those, but plus 135, Brock Besser. I mean, I'll own that one, giving that one out. That's strictly just from the Pro tool. So
2 units?
There you go.
What are you doing?
2 unit,
2,
yeah,
3?
2 unit banger. No, I mean, we'll go with the full unit on this one. It's showing good value as per the Pro tool. So like a good number, good edge on this. So plus 135 for a full unit, Besser under 0.5 points. I think that works for us too. Kings money line under and a Canucks player under points. Kind of seems like we're all in the right direction here, boys. Plus 135. So there you go. There's third bet, and that's that one's on me. All right. Keep moving here. Next game up that we'll take a look at. We'll go back to the Calgary-Boston one here. Calgary plus 158, Boston minus 192, total of 5.5, minus 134, over, plus 110, under. Albert, do you want to take lead on this?
Yeah, why not? So I played the under here. I admittedly did not get the best of this number. If you happen to be looking at the screen around 7:30 a.m. this morning, you definitely got a much better number than I did. But I still think the plus money 5.5s honestly are good here. These are, to me, just 2 dead under teams. I thought this should have been a 5.5 flat, kind of similar to what we were talking about with the Blues and Utah. So I think the plus money on here, 5.5, we can go half unit on it, Zach. Just kind of being it already has moved a good amount. But yeah, I still like it here.
All right, there you go. So that's this is best price on the 5.5s that I'm seeing, at least on BetSamp right now.
You can get like
Plus
a
110.
minus 110, 115, 6 if you want instead, Albert, right now.
Is that I don't have a screen up? Is that pretty widely available at this point?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you can get a 6 minus 110, to me that's a full unit play.
Well, not 110, it's 115, but yeah, there's one book there's 112, but yeah.
Yeah, I think minus 115 or better on the 6 is good for a full unit.
All right, so we'll go the 6 then, full unit for Alber here. Moretto, anything to add?
I agree with the play. I played at a different number this morning. I'm just I don't know what to expect right now from Boston. I think something needs to drop here with maybe Montgomery or whatnot, because it's just been kind of ugly. Like defensively, they have some lapses too. Offensively, they are struggling to create, but then they have games where they kind of explode against weaker teams, like we kind of saw against Philly and Seattle, where they're able to generate a ton. So like, I don't know, they're kind of up and down here. I really don't love Calgary. I got nothing in this. I'm just gonna kind of stay away from it at this point.
So my quick point to that Seattle kind of Philly point would be, yeah, they're generating a lot of offense, but against those teams that aren't really able to score very well, which the Flames are not one of them, they're giving up nothing, which kind of lends themselves to an under here to me.
Mm-hmm. So money?
Yeah, so I mean, you guys know that I try to stay as neutral and objective as possible on most teams, but I do get a slight joy here in watching the Bruins struggle. What the hell was that?
There's some construction going on right outside my window.
Yeah, I mean, it does. I do find joy in that. I have to be honest about that. Not only because of 2011, and obviously I cannot let certain series go, but also because I've been expecting this from the Bruins the last couple of years, and they made me look like a complete fool the year I had them missing the playoffs and they won the President's Trophy. So I still remember that. In terms of this game, I like the under, but I'm more inclined to think how Moretto's thinking, that we just don't know who this Bruins team is right now. They should put up strong numbers defensively. That should continue, which is why I agree with Alber's under. But when you're playing Calgary, a team that you're obviously taking a step down theoretically, I don't know how that's going to change your style of play. And the Bruins haven't shown me enough where I feel confident that if Calgary has been generating the last couple of games. So if Calgary does want to start skating in this game, I don't necessarily trust the Bruins right now to stick with their game plan. So for that reason, I won't play this game. But so something to look forward to if Calgary does want to run with the Bruins. I'm more interested to see how the Bruins respond in this game.
Right. Next, Isles Sens. Isles plus 114. Sens minus 137. Total of 5.5. Minus 132 to the over on FanDuel. Moretto, these Islanders, your Islanders against the Sens team that you and Alber have been so anti so far. What are your thoughts on this one and where we see these numbers right now?
I'm gonna try and keep this quick because this is constant behind me. But I do have a bet in this game, and I do have a bet on the under. So if we can go ahead and lock in that under 6, I think that the over is going to take a little bit of money, which I expect. So maybe we can just hold off for a sec here because it is Forsberg in net. So the reason I like this is because I am expecting a response from the Sens team after a bad game against the Sabres. Kind of like they were pulled out of how they like to play. It was a much more open game. So look for them to kind of get back to Green's defensive approach here. I like that. Isles won't have any interest in deviating from that at all, especially given their injuries. It's a style they're obviously very comfortable playing. So we are on Varlamov watch, and I know we did get Forsberg, but like I'm still comfortable playing this at the 6. Zoom is back on defense for the Senators in a regular jersey. Obviously helps them out. So is Pinto. So is Perron. I'm just gonna leave. You guys can.
That was great.
Okay. So Money, anything to add?
No, I agree with the underlook. Our Islanders, we bet them on Friday against the Sabres, and I felt a little bit fortunate to be able to win that game. They were probably fortunate to win against the Penguins as well. So they're coming up with some up and down performances here, which is probably to be expected from a 500 or close to a 500 team that the Islanders are. So I will pass on this game. I think that Ottawa probably inflated a bit, but there's nothing for me here though.
Yeah, Alber, anything for you?
Yeah, I just don't know what the Islanders are right now. I mean, gun to my head, I'm going the other way and kind of taking the over here. But like the Islanders probably should have had a better result against the Rangers, and then they probably should have lost to the Penguins. I don't know who this team is right now. I don't have a whole lot of interest in betting this.
Okay, as funny comment. Now we know Moretto knows what it sounds like when he's spouting nonsense. And the best part is he's just on mute. He can't even dispute this.
So for the show, can we ask Moretto's contractor, construction guy, whatever, who he likes in this game?
Yeah, seriously. Okay, Moretto, you just come back to me and tell me when you want this to be locked in and what price you want, and I'll grab.
I think we're good to get the right now. There's a minus 108 available. That would be great if we could lock that in under 6.
Yeah, you know what? I'll...
Is that your fire alarm?
No.
That was me.
Oh, okay. Because we just had this comment, so I was like, oh my god, if that was actually the fire alarm, that would have been
amazing.
Yeah.
No, that was me. The kids are the kids are getting ready for school, so they were taking the alarm off.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that if that was my fire alarm on top of that would have been all time. Minus 108 under 6 there we had. Oh my god. Okay. Keep going here the best we can for today's games. That was Isles Sens. Next up, Flyers Lightning here tonight. Flyers plus 158, Lightning minus 192 on FanDuel, total of 6.5, plus 108 over, minus 132 under. Alber, let's go you first.
Do we know who's
guys
starting that for the Flyers at this point?
We don't know still.
Yeah.
Vasilevsky confirmed for Tampa.
Vasilevsky's confirmed, yeah.
Yeah.
And Point,
so,
it doesn't sound like Point is going to play. He was out on the ice all morning, and then he was talking to the trainers, and he stayed out there, but he was not out there with the top power play unit practicing, so I would assume that he is not going to be playing.
Yeah, I mean, in the off chance that we get Sam Ersson tonight, I'm good with the under, but I can't do anything until we know that. I mean, would it be entirely crazy to say that Philly has one of, if not the biggest downgrades right now from starter to backup, even with Ersson being their starter? Like, their backups are just abysmal. So
let's not forget about our buddy Johansson, though.
Not number one.
What a magical time that was. So Money.
And it's still happening.
He's so bad. But yeah, no, like if we don't get Ersson, there's no way it can take an under. If he's in, I do like the under 6 here at plus money, especially with it looking like Point out.
Okay, so we'll leave obviously as of now. So Money, anything for you?
Yeah, I mean, I want Flyers unders against anybody, but not with that unserious goaltender in net. We touched on him last game. He's just not NHL caliber. So I do hope that as long as Ersson is out, that these Flyers games are played in the 9s and 10s, so that when he is back, we can get some value back on the under, and we can get back on the Flyers under train. Nothing for me. I need to have a better goalie, and I'm not interested in betting a Tampa over right now either.
Moretto, if you can get it in quick enough, do you
Yeah,
have
no,
any
we're
bets?
good. I think they just finished the capping
Yeah.
along the window here, so I think we're going to be
Nice.
good. The
Also, Kolosov was
yeah,
just for the chat.
Yeah.
yeah. The under was my strong lean here. Obviously, like Alber basically just read the notes off my page here, and so did So Money. So it's basically the same thing where
Yeah.
it was with Urson and no point. This was a banger at under 6, especially at plus money. If it was those two, it would have been a banger at under 6 minus 115. Even I would have loved it. So but obviously we're not getting Urson, so that throws everything off. We're just going to add to it too that I do think that the Bolts off 3 straight losses, also lending itself to an under, is the fact that they're probably going to have to sort of get back to the basics here a little bit, get back on track, and that like requires playing smarter, good defensive hockey. But again, doesn't matter because Flyers screwed us yet again.
All right, there you go. As well, send your goal scorers as we kind of get towards the end of the games here tonight. Send goal scorers. Please like the stream if you haven't already. Just about half the people watching have liked the stream, so I mean that's pretty good numbers considering we're usually at a quarter or a third before I have to ask everybody, but about 50%. So keep getting those numbers up. We should be able to get 100%. And send your goal scorers. We'll get to them all at the very end. Next game, as we have about 2, I think, remaining here, Chicago and Dallas. Chicago plus 275, Dallas minus 350, total of 6.5, plus 106 over, minus 130 under. Alber, lead us off.
Zero interest in this game, zero interest in paying attention to it, zero interest in watching it, zero interest in pretending it exists.
Wonderful.
Harsh.
There you go.
Or Jordan.
So Money, are you pretending this doesn't exist?
No, I never pretend Hawks games don't exist. I've actually become a Hawks fan this year, but for this game, nothing for me. We'll probably get Soderblom in net. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed, but I would assume that he's going to go. Yeah, he's going to go second game here. So like maybe the over, but that's already been priced where it should be. Dallas still wants to play strong defensively, and it's just gonna be one of those games where if Dallas wants to take it seriously, they'll win it 4-1. If they want to screw around, they'll win it 8-5. Right, so nothing for me here.
Okay, Moretto, anything for you?
Yeah, no. The one thing I'll say is that I do hope this is a very high scoring game. Because I do want to start betting. I was betting some Dallas overs earlier, and now I want to start trending back to betting some unders because they have been playing some better defensive hockey. And even those 2 Florida games, like their defensive numbers were really strong. They just weren't buying saves, but I'm not worried about their goaltending long term. That'll obviously regress back to the mean. So hopefully we get some high scoring games again for them here as we're not on anything, and then we can get even better prices on the unders going forward. But no interest with Soderblom basically is what I'm getting at here. So yeah, it makes sense. So no interest from anyone on that game other than So Money, who will be glued to the TV at least for an entertainment perspective tonight. We are all Hawks.
2 more games, I guess we got to get to actually. Sorry. 2 more games. We covered Utah St. Louis. For those of you wondering why this is up next, why aren't they saying it? We covered that earlier. Colorado, Winnipeg, next game on the schedule. Colorado plus 118, Winnipeg minus 142, total of 6.5, minus 112 over, minus 108 under. Moretto, do you have a bet?
I don't. I don't have anything here. I know I talked all about fading Winnipeg. I really wanted to. I was like lining up to bet Colorado tonight, and we got Georgiev, and I don't know. Maybe I'm off here, but I think the gap between Georgiev and Noonan is getting massive, bigger and bigger by the day. Georgiev has not been able to find his game at all. Every single game he's played so far, he's been in the negatives and goal save above expected. Granted, he's not in the -3s, -4s as he was earlier in the season. He's only in the -1s now, or the whatever. But like he's still been terrible. If we had a Noonan, this would have been a really nice spot where I would have liked to jump in on an Avs team. But again, also like without Makar, like we don't know has there been anything about Makar this morning or the last like 10 minutes that I've missed? Because up until that point, there wasn't. And obviously, like Bednar said yesterday, he was a possibility to play tonight. I don't know what that means. If that obviously this is a very different team without him, given the injuries they already have. So I think it's kind of honestly impossible to bet anything in this game right now, given the uncertainty surrounding Makar. But yeah, with Georgiev in net, regardless, that takes me off of Colorado probably, unless this gets a little bit higher and we do get a confirmation of Makar in, then maybe I'll stomach something at like in the 130s. But I'm not rushing to bet this right now.
All right, not rushing for Moretto. So Money, are you jumping at this game?
I would like to. I can't give out a play right now, but I will say that if Makar is in the lineup and he's confirmed, then I will be betting Colorado. I just can't bet it right now because I don't know his status. So
yeah.
So I like Colorado. In terms of my general thoughts on the game, I've been waiting patiently to bet against Winnipeg again. I thought the last couple of games, the last few games, they've been inflated, but the last couple of games in particular, I just didn't feel that their opponent had the horses to be able to beat them. I do think Colorado does, but again, I need to know Makar's status. So if he's in, I'll be betting Colorado, but we're not going to know that on the show right now.
Unless Alber is able to see into the future with those sunglasses.
Not able.
Stole that from the chat.
No, did you?
Yeah. Sure.
That's good. Not able to see in the future. I do like the under here, and I get why there's some resistance to this. These two are just playing as pretty dead under teams at this point, and especially kind of where we're getting a 6.5 at plus money. Like Georgiev has turned, kind of to Moretto's point, like Georgiev has turned it around a good amount here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think especially kind of where we're getting plus money on under 6.5. Like it's not a big play, but I did play that.
To my point, he turned it around in terms of he's still bad, but he's not horrible. So I mean, let's. I don't think he's turned it around in terms of like I can trust him at this point.
I mean, he's
especially
not elite.
A team that has finishers like the Jets. That's kind of what also concerns me, is that the Jets don't need to create a high volume of offense to score. And then when you have a bad goalie, I think that plays kind of into their hands a little bit. But I do agree. I do agree that under would be my lean on the total for sure.
It's gross. I just think getting plus money on it is a little bit too high on this total.
Okay, so as for that, the total here, what we can get, we got like 6.5 plus 100, 6.5 minus 105. We can do the 6.5 plus 100.
Yeah, that's good. Let's do
full half unit.
Yeah.
Okay, 6.5 half unit plus 100. Alber, that one is in here as our next one. We have one more game, couple more things to do here. I meant to say on the show before we can wrap up. So quickly here, moving to next game of the night. We will jump on over to the Wild Sharks. Wild currently minus 275, San Jose plus 220, total of 5.5, minus 134 over. So Money, are you also going to be watching this one tonight?
Probably. I do end up watching a lot of Sharks games. No bets here for me though. Minnesota, I think that after their 5-1 loss, where they kind of got away from it defensively a bit, I think that they'll probably get back to their defensive ways. Although that being said, you don't really have to tighten it up that much when you're playing the Sharks. So one of those situations where just similar to Carolina here, if Minnesota can do whatever they want. So I'll be passing on the game.
Okay, Alber, any involvement for you?
No, I my first look was to the under here. I just think that it's kind of been priced accurately at this point. I was thinking that we might have seen a 6.5 here, but no, not at these numbers. I think it's priced correctly, and no interest on the side.
Moretto, anything?
I'll mute myself for a sec. Hopefully this works. No, nothing for me here. I do want to say though, we got a great goaltending performance the other night from San Jose to win that bet, because they did not deserve that game. But hey, triple best bet got home. Yeah, I got nothing here. I think that Minnesota could name the score if this one too. I'm done.
Okay, fair enough. There you go. So that's it for games, sides, and totals. Quickly, let's run through this. Just
one more
bear
game
with me.
One more
One
game.
more. Where did
We got the Blazers +4.
Oh my god.
I was like, what? Where did I miss this? Where is this? All right, there you go. Blazers +4. That's in under so money. Rice -5.5 the other day. So money. Saw it brought up in the chat earlier as well.
And
what was
Thunder, yeah,
that?
Thunder last week too. That was a winner.
That's right. That's right.
And Rice, yeah, did you mention Rice the other day? Yeah, Rice.
Yeah. There you go. All right, make that what you will. Let's get to our goal scores for today. But before we do, quickly here, games for today. We'll just run through this and then we'll come back to it at the end as well. But Buffalo, New York over 6 -114. Devils, Habs. We got Devils -1.5, -121, half unit. Calgary, Boston under 6 -112. Isles, Sens under 6 -108. Preds money line +170, half unit against the Panthers. Utah, St. Louis, we have Utah money line, full unit on that. The under 6 -125, half unit in that game. Colorado, Winnipeg under 6.5 +100, half unit. And then 3 best bets in the Canucks Kings game. We have Besser under 0.5 points +135, and these are all full unit as well. Kings money line +101, and Canucks Kings under 6 -110. Those are the bets for tonight's games. Let's go goal scorers here. We went 2 for 3 last night, but I mean we should be careful how we say that because more so Sam went 2 for 3. Those were both Sam's picks that we gave. So kudos to Sam Rothstein in the chat. Hopefully we got some more for us here tonight, but let's rapid fire these here, guys, the best we can. If you like it, it's in. If you don't, see you later. Start here. Sam Bennett +230. Go around the table. Start with So Money's got the thumb up.
Also,
Yes, from So Money.
Did you guys see this? The Mitchkov is being scratched tonight.
I did not. No.
Yeah, it shouldn't be shocking. This is it's
just part of the process, says Tortorella. Who gave like one-word answers in a 15-second press conference after their last game. So things are going great in Philly right now. Anyways, Sam Bennett, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So Money's in, I'm in. Yeah.
All right, Sam Bennett at +200 is the number currently on FanDuel. In this one is obviously not a real suggestion, just a funny one. Charles, put Besser in the anytime goal parlay so we don't have to worry about him scoring. Haha. Charles, 2 for 3 last night. Suck it, buddy. Jordan,
just became a lock tonight.
I know. Sorelli +300.
260 at FanDuel, so we have to say no because there is 300s everywhere or most places.
Thank you, Jordan, but no. No money. Thumbs down. No. Stamkos. Anytime. John Johnson says. Oh, we already picked Bennett in this game, unless we want to SGP, which I don't think.
Can I throw one in here right now? Just because look at this price. Slavkovsky +400. Plus 400. If you look at another market-making book where he is +260, and a lot of other books where he's +250, +260, there is a +375 at a more of a rec book. But yeah, FanDuel with a very generous 4-1 here on Slavkovsky. Strictly top down, maybe worth a little something, but just wanted to throw that out there. We can bet
it on the side. Put it in as an actual bet. We don't need that in the parlay on like a +250.
Actual bet? You want it in here as actual bet for tonight?
No, I don't. I don't.
The whole chat let out a collective groan.
Pussy.
Do we want Slavkovsky in this or what? What's the money, Alber?
No, especially coming from the guy who made the big point of saying we don't need to be putting goal scorers in here from like +250 dogs. To put one in from a +275 dog, like no. Bet it on the side.
Some of us like value. Some of us like good numbers. That's it. That's all we're doing, man. This is a GRP. We're betting. We're betting numbers, not players.
And bet it.
I will bet it myself, but I will not track it. I don't like it that much.
All right. I don't know what Sam was implying here, but Marchment is sick. Was he saying? Was that when Dallas game came up?
Ill.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
gonna say,
sure.
is that
'Cause I
a
wasn't
good
sure if it was
step or
when like we were talking about them or what. I just saw it after the fact and I was like, oh, I don't know if he's trying to say that's good. John Johnson, Lafreniere.
Lock.
Number.
Yeah, why? I don't have.
I'm trying to find. We have
220 at FanDuel, which is best in market. So sure, I have it over there too.
all right. Lafreniere in. Yep. Okay. Next, we got to have a goal scorer in Dallas. Do you have anything? Do you guys, anyone have anything?
Yeah, let me see here. 1 sec.
I think I
Best-
froze for a second. Did we do
Best one I could find is right now is Seth Jones plus 900.
Hold on a second here.
That sounds like a Sam special there.
Wyatt Johnston.
Wyatt Johnson.
I'm
I'm never gonna say
that
no.
just popped up for me. That's plus 220. That is by far best in market here. Wyatt Johnson.
Bang. Wyatt Johnson in. Let's try to find one more. Oh, this is when chat goes nuts. Like we start going through them, and then now I have to bounce back and forth to see what everyone else has sent. But okay, Wyatt Johnson. So we're at 3 right now.
It's a small little fun, just having fun with it. All right, that's all. That's a good comment though.
You got called out, man.
That's a good
seriously.
comment. That's a good comment.
Lehkonen. Moretto.
My boy. I mean,
Moretto's boy.
I love Lehkonen. I absolutely love him. Plus 250 at FanDuel. Plus 200, plus 180, plus 190 at some other books I'm looking at. That's great.
Get Lehkonen in. We're at 4. We can debate whether or not we want one more. Let's just rapid fire. You guys tell me if there's anything that we pull up here that you do love, and it will be the final submission if we add one. Let's start. Timo
Have we gotten
time.
one from Sam yet?
No. Did you see any from Sam though?
Kind of what I'm asking.
No.
I
don't
did
see
say
it.
he did say let's go Winnipeg VP1. So
Kyle Connor.
I think maybe there's
that's just me assuming.
maybe there's a little SGP going on there that he's throwing out. But yeah, Timo Meier. Not opposed to it. See what
That's
the number
Timo
is
Meier.
here.
The double tonight.
Makes sense.
180. Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
All right.
Bunch,
Especially in a game where we think the Devils could score a lot of goals.
Timo Meier in plus 180. That's it for goal scores for tonight. Locked.
Oh.
5 of them. Oh no.
Oh,
No.
oh.
So money.
Get that.
The thumb. What's the thumb saying?
No.
All right. Here's the 5 for tonight.
If he scores tonight, though, I am going to spam the
I know.
shit out of our group. I'm going to spam the shit out of all these people on Twitter. And I will.
I'm just
be
gonna
in
bet
here
it
wearing
myself, so then I don't have to.
I'm going to
deal with it.
overnight a Slavkovsky jersey to my house from.
What if he
Amazon
scores
Prime,
in a
so I get
6-1 loss? You still going to do that?
that. Yeah, he scored.
All right. Here's the parlay for tonight. Sam Bennett, Lafreniere, Wyatt Johnson, Terry Lehkonen, Timo Meier. Those are the 5. Meier, Lehkonen,
This is the one.
Johnson, Lafreniere, Sam Bennett. This is the one. There you go. Not sure how this loses.
But in
We could
out of
get
respect
disgusting.
for last year's Tuesday show, we could get really disgusting with a even just 2 of
Yeah, the
those
alt.
3 minus 1.5.
Oh god. All
I'm
right.
gonna do it now. I'm gonna do one of them tonight for sure.
Oh my god. Final one comes in at the buzzer. Sam, Barrett Hayton plus 310. What do we do, guys?
Do we
make it 6?
look? I think we have to teach Sam a lesson. He's got to be in here earlier sending his goal scores. He can't be sending them at 11:36. I think this is. I think that's that's the price we have to pay now. Everyone suffers because of his tardiness.
Okay, fine. Sam, sorry. Out. But he did say Barrett Hayton plus 310, so let's get that on the record. Yeah, I know.
Congrats
on the
you're
ego.
welcome, Sam, because I basically just guaranteed that Hayton's gonna score too.
Yeah, maybe 3+. All right. That's going to wrap it up. NHL best bets. We went over them. Goal scorers we have. So Money, what was your not NHL best bet for tonight as well? You slipped in there.
Blazers +4.
Blazers +4. There you go. Those are our best bets for tonight. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Appreciate it as always. Make sure to like the stream, subscribe to the channel. Back on Forward Progress tonight. We will have another watch along for the Thursday night football. Make sure to subscribe over on Forward Progress. Check it out. They'll have a preview coming for that as well. SGPs, player props, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time for more picks and previews. Enjoy the games tonight. Good luck on your bets.